You keep telling yourself you're overthinking it, that you're reading too much into things, that you need to relax, give it time, not jump to conclusions. But at the same time, something in you keeps coming back. That feeling that something isn't quite right. And it doesn't go away. It just gets quieter when you ignore it. And louder when you're honest with yourself. And that's usually the part people don't want to look at. Because it's easier to believe you're just overthinking than it is to ask, what am I actually noticing right now? Because if you slow down and really look at it, it's usually not random. It's not just your mind creating something out of nothing. You're picking up on something. A shift in how someone is showing up. A lack of consistency. Something that doesn't quite line up with what's being said. And instead of trusting that, you start negotiating with yourself. You explain it away. You minimize it. You try to find a version of the situation that feels easier to sit with. And the more you do that, the more disconnected you become from your own experience. Not from the other person, from yourself. Because now, you're not responding to what you feel. You're responding to what you've talked yourself into believing. And that creates confusion. Because part of you still knows something is off. But another part of you is trying to override that. And when you live in that space long enough, you start to lose your sense of what's real. Not because you don't know, but because you don't trust what you know. This is something I see a lot when I'm working with people. They're not actually overthinking. They're noticing something and then immediately questioning themselves for noticing it. And that second part, that's what creates the problem. Not the awareness, the doubt. Because awareness on its own is clean. It just shows you what's there. And when you layer doubt on top of it, now everything feels uncertain. So the goal isn't to stop overthinking. It's to start trusting what you're already picking up on without rushing to act on it, without forcing a conclusion. Just letting it be information, letting it exist, without immediately trying to talk yourself out of it. Because when you can do that, you start to feel more grounded, more clear, more stable in yourself. Not because everything outside of you is certain, but because you're no longer abandoning what you feel. And that's where assertiveness actually starts. Not in what you say, but in what you allow yourself to acknowledge. So if something has been feeling off, and you've been going back and forth in your head, trying to figure out if it's real, you're not crazy for noticing it. And you're probably not overthinking it. You're just not used to trusting yourself yet. If you want help actually making sense of that in your own life, and understanding what you're picking up on more clearly, you can book a one-on-one call with me through the link in the description. And for now, just notice the next time it happens. Not to fix it, not to solve it, just to see what's there before you start talking yourself out of it.